Why don't we ever see little white kids being held at gunpoint? Okay? Period. The Constitution was written for all Americans, okay? Except it only seems like you have to be a certain shade or a certain color to reap the benefits of it. Why are only people of color, young black boys, young black girls being gunned down at the hands of policemen and using excuses like BB guns, water guns? There are little white boys that got real rifles that go hunting every day, every week with their grandparents and parents. They aren't being held at gunpoint. So that's what we here for. Let's not mix words and pretend like we don't understand what we dealing with right here. All right? Let's not do that.
And it's important to note that this isn't an isolated incident, right? What we've been fighting for, and I think a lot of people, what we've been fighting for is not just about George Floyd, it's not just about Breonna Taylor, it's not just about Ahmaud Arbery or the situation that happened yesterday. It's really the system. That's why we've been advocating for these police departments to fix the problem completely, wipe it clean, and start from the beginning and rebuild. It's about the system. And the truth is, this is not an isolated incident. When I posted that video yesterday, so many people from Clayton County began DMing me, telling me their story, saying, that happened to me, I was innocent, I didn't do anything. That's the problem. The problem is you can't say that there's no issue here, because it is. And this was an isolated incident that happened to be caught on camera by concerned citizens who fear for the police in this community. If there was no problem, if policing was great, the community would not have feared in the way that they did and intervened in the way that they did. So that's the problem. The problem is Clayton County and its use of force and it's history. And that's what we're advocating for today. This is an isolated incident.
Laura's mom, do you mind talking with us real quick?
Do you want to talk?
If you have something that you'd like to say.
I'm just interested in what police have told you and your reaction to everything. We'd just like to hear from you as Kamari's mother.
Okay. Can you say and spell your name?
My name is LaShonda. It's LaShunda.
And your last name?
Jackson. I'm sorry. I haven't had any police contact. Nobody called me, told me anything. I actually found out about the video this morning. My daughter, all the way in Ohio, sent me the video. She found out before I found out about this whole situation. And I was just wondering, like, why wouldn't the police contact the parents? They didn't contact any parents.
When you talk to your son, you watch the video, you hear some of the details police are putting out, just as Kamari's mom, you want to protect him, what's your reaction?
I'm very sad and frustrated about it because my son is a good boy. He don't get into any type of trouble. And for him to go through this, and I see he's been sad, he couldn't sleep last night or anything. So it's very traumatizing.
And that was my next question. How do you take care of your son after this?
I just been talking to him, and other people been calling and talking to him, and trying to explain the situation to him. This is the world that we live in right now.
Well, I've explained to him when I talked to him that the reason why he's going through this because there's a power that he possesses that hateful white people seem to be afraid of. And they're going to try to destroy that power before it becomes full grown. And I let him know that. And I let him know that he should not allow them to trap him within fear. Because this power that he has, that we all have, is God-given.
Kamari, can I ask you one question? How did you feel in the midst of that? Just describe that fear, and I know with everything that's going on, was there a moment you thought you may not walk away from this?
Yes. Step into the mic too.
Yes.
Describe how it felt like when you saw them coming, because at one point you all were running because there was like 10 or 20 cars, right?
One cent. Yes, ma'am.
So describe like that fear for me.
I thought I was gonna die because I seen all these black kids just dying, and to have myself in that, it was just crazy.
Marcus Coleman, father of two boys, 26, a man, 26 and 14. Tip, you stepped in just a minute ago. It troubles me. My son's 14. Ain't no way in the hell he would have answered any of the questions. It's not that time, because this is a legal battle right now. It ain't that time. Truth be told, I don't know any of you personally, but I know when this story breaks, there'll be a lot about the BB gun, there'll be a lot about the store clerk. It's not going to be a lot about this family.
Or any of the families involved.
So let me just make sure we clear. That officer got to go. Not just for his actions, but if you watch the tape, he is scared as I don't know what. He's jittery. This is an isolated incident, Sister Mary Pat, but it fits hand in glove into the narrative nationally going on right now. Policing our communities and how you do so. Brother Tip said it eloquently. You put the same two groups of youngsters and make them white, and we do not have this problem. Or if you take an officer who's not jittery, who I believe said that he was waiting on backup to secure the scene, you got 5 youngsters. It ain't wintertime. They ain't in bombers and puffy pants. Lay each one of them down. Have the one walk over to you, check them, and clear them. Come on, man. What are we talking about? The extra time that these youngsters were facing the barrel of the gun on top of what's happening in this climate, and be quite honest with you, on top of what we born with in our DNA. You are going to police our communities the same, or you will suffer the consequences. That's what's happening right now across this nation. Fire that officer, and shame on this chief for even acting as if he is in cahoots. But that's the problem, the culture, and he represents the chief of that culture. Please don't ask this youngster no more questions.
What happens next here in Clayton?
So one of the things that we are doing as a community, we understand that these are 13-year-old boys. We don't want to force them in a position in which they're not ready for. And so as a community, we will be here to support them tomorrow. We will be rallying in Clayton County to demand the chief and the commissioners and whoever else we need to revise the training of these officers and their de-escalation processes. And that's what our next steps are going to be. We are also going to submit what those revisions should look like. And we've asked to receive what we've asked to see what their current policies are, what their current practices are. We have not received those yet. I'm going to work on getting that tonight. And we look forward to submitting what those things should look like in our communities if you're going to come and police our boys. And that's where we're at now. Now it's about action. We went, we asked, we were told something that we don't feel is acceptable, and so we're going to put action behind it until we see change in Clayton County. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.